It is so good to be back, and of course, we have our gabfest panel. To my far right is Mr. Wilfred Ohamen. He's an electrical engineer. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
To my immediate right, we have Miss Joyce Daniels. She is a social engineering practitioner, and she's a chairmanship aspirant of Esang local government area in Edo State under PDP.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And to my immediate left is Miss Daisy Mack, who is very familiar to our show, and she's a media personality.
Hello.
And to my far left is Honorable Sodiq Onibudo. He's the candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party for the Lagos House of Assembly. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about it. It's Tegan. We have a fantastic, amazing, extraordinary show for you. Who is the king or queen of Afro?
Hi, my name is Blessing Obasi. Keep watching the Tegan Show.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as Electoral.
Do we need hope? Or do we need hope and actually get the job done? One place, one show, more fun, more dance, more laughs. It only happens on... The elections are coming up. It seems like this is the year we truly decide. What's your take?
Okay.
Daisy?
Yeah, first off, it's the electioneering year. And as a media practitioner, we have lots of candidates coming to the studio. We get to hear from them. It seems like this is the only period we get to hear from them, by the way. And we hear them say lots of things. I know we have some on this table, but then what we've seen so far, I'm not saying you guys do that, but then. So we hear a lot of rhetorics, right? Things that people want to hear, things that people want them to say. And they get to say these things. They tend to speak the mind of the people. But then I think this period is a determinant period for people to look beyond whatever you're being told, right? Look at where this person is coming from. What has this person done? What is his trajectory? What's his track record, right? We should look beyond what is being said. And I think people should start taking note of details, right? So that they don't just go in and follow what people are saying, right? Check things for yourself. Make your own research at the end of the day.
I want to go to Mr. Wilfred. So now, this election, there's so much rhetoric going on, from ageism to, a new voice in town to somebody who's part of the system. As a voter, what do you think about all this?
Well, for me, I think so many factors are going to be a determining factor. Will actually determine what will happen in this election. Starting from the youth factor, the economic situation, thinking about all that, I feel a lot of people are going to come out to vote this year. Looking at the going by the statistics that the INEC just gave out, it seems like the youths have more numbers. They are more in numbers, and they are going to go a long way in determining what will happen in this election.
I want to ask the two candidates here, electoral malpractice. You both are running for office, and I'm sure you both are quite sometimes concerned about electoral malpractice. You are running under an established party, for the most part, very established, and you are sort of like with this new school of thought with your party. Electoral malpractice, do you feel like this is the year we get this right?
I feel it's the year that things will be better on a level, because there is still the human factor, and getting bad behavior out of the system completely will be a very long-term effort. The beavers part of the Electoral Act, the fact that there's more technology involved in the voting this year, accreditation, voting and confirmation will reduce to some extent some of the malpractice, because before now, it wasn't just votes were counted against registered voters. Now votes will be counted against accredited voters. So we would have some better measure. Money will fail in some places, not everywhere, but some places.
Honorable Sadiq, what do you think?
Interestingly, I think I would agree with her on all that she said, and also the election is going to be a very, very interesting one, based on the fact that recently we all know what happened with the tribunal from Osun State election, and the fact that they had to annul the earlier election and reinstated the APC candidate. So that will definitely give some kind of twist to the coming election, and a whole lot of people are anticipating on how INEC will perform this time around, and also with the fact that the election, this particular election, I find it very, very interesting, and I'm particularly excited that I'm contesting this election because there's a whole lot of attention to this election. Everybody now seems to know what they want, and it is now beyond the so-called local political statement. Baba Sokwe, let me put it that way, that so and so says go this way, and everybody goes that way. Everybody's now everybody's eye is open now, and the chances of anyone partaking in any form of election malpractice in this particular election, the chances is very, very slim. Just as you said, a lot of things have been technology is like gradually taking over, and there are a lot of checks that will be done before you eventually vote, and your vote would be the vote will eventually be marked against the accreditation rather than the number of voters. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Yeah.
So we have all the systems in place, and I was having a conversation like weeks ago with a couple of friends, and they were so passionate about their candidates. But one thing I couldn't get across my mind is there's this tribal affiliation, this ethnic affiliation, this religious connection. Can we as a country and as a people vote beyond somebody being from my state or somebody coming from my, local government area, or somebody being Christian or somebody being Muslim? Can we see beyond that? Do you feel that, it's possible? Or maybe we are so in the weeds and so deep in our beliefs that we can't see beyond these personal identities?
It's possible in the long run. Right now, ethnicity, tribe, religion, and what's the other one? That one. Yeah. Will still play a major part. Party affiliations and all of that. But over time, with a few things in place here and there, we might see that reduce. For this one, there will be some polarization.
Yeah, I believe that is going to reduce, but then I also believe in inclusion. I mean, if you're a political party and you're trying to field candidates, I believe that you are in a society where we have different sects, right? You need to consider people. You need to check. I understand that we're trying to move beyond all of these factors, but then we are in a society is heterogeneous. Yeah. You have to be inclusive. Everyone should be involved, right? So yes, we're going to move past these things. Yes, they shouldn't matter too much, but then you need to be able to accommodate everyone. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I would like to speak from my own experience, because during my campaign, we definitely have to meet with people and talk with people, try to converse people, engage them, and I would say that it's going to reduce in this election, to be honest, because when you talk to people, before now, people used to be like the main party, the major parties will just come and they'll bring whatever they bring and everybody's voting. But now people talk to you, people listen to you, people hear what you want to say. So, and regardless of because there's a lot of agitation, a lot of people you find people telling you, we've gone for a campaign rally that we intended to go into a CDA chairman's building, And from the outskirts, it was naming the two major parties and saying that they shouldn't enter for whatever reason, except they're from a different party. So people are now listening to people beyond party, beyond sentiment, beyond ethnicity, beyond religion. People are listening to people now to know what exactly you're bringing for us and also know the reasons why they need to vote for you, right? So, and I think that will really go a long way, and it will have its impact by reducing the ethnicity and how in this election.
I actually agree with him. To a large extent, people are going to vote personalities. They're not going to try and vote towards party lines. That will really determine a lot of things in this election. And it's good to see young ones also coming up, contesting for those positions. Yeah.
Okay, so now this is a very constructive, objective conversation, and there are several people running, but I want to talk about the 3 people running now. Before we get to, Peter Obi, we have Atiku and we have Tinubu. These are 2 people who have been in the system and are very much in the system. Some people are against that. Some people believe that we need people with more expertise to be in the system. When it comes to these 2, what do you feel is like your biggest strength and, in a way, your biggest weakness?
My presidential candidate has, and that is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Biggest strength, he has served in the past. He served in the most thriving government, presidential government that the country has had so far. And he served at the helm of affairs of the economy at that time. That's his biggest strength. He's seen it, he's been there. He's been in business in the past. He still is very much in business. And his businesses are thriving with the challenges that other businesses are going through. And we know what business he does. So those are some of his strengths, because he knows where the bodies are buried. He knows what the challenges are. He has seen it work before, and he can reenact some on a better platform now. Greatest weakness right now is the fact that he's from the same part of the country that the outgoing president is from. That's his only challenge right now. Everyone says, would we have the same set of people, leaders? If beyond that ethnic factor, strength all the way.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of your presidential candidate, I think I'll pick it from my own presidential candidate as well, and that's Senator Engineer Rabiu Kwankwaso. And just as you said, he also served as a minister during the Obasanjo regime, and he has also served at the national level, and also he was a 2-time governor of Kano State. And if you check his track record during his time in Kano State and how he has drastically improved the lives of the people of Kano by building schools, building health centers, and a lot of development that came into Kano, is one of the most remarkable I would say, leadership Kano has witnessed in recent years. So that is quite amazing, and it's really, really going in for him. Well, and also the challenge that we'll be having in this coming election, just as she said, is that he's a northerner, and the current president is a northerner, and there's a whole lot of things going on saying that northerners have ruled for 8 years, he shouldn't rule for another, let's say 4 years, but we all know it's most likely going to be another 8 years. So because of that, it's a big challenge. And apart from that, I think Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso also has that strength across the country to emerge as a president. If people can take their time, look at the candidates very well, and vote beyond ethnicity, I'm telling you, he's the best man for the job.
So we have 2. Let me talk about the 2 other people. Tinubu. People feel that age is an issue for him, but in several countries, we've seen people who are older actually rule countries very well.
Yes, those ones are well and strong, hale and hearty.
Some people may say, he knows how to get things done, whether formally or informally. But again, should age be an issue when it comes to somebody running for president right now in Nigeria?
Well, I feel age should not be an issue, but I feel the health condition should be an issue. We've all seen his campaign, and certainly we are not doctors, but we know what we see, and it raises a lot of concerns, and I believe that is one of his biggest weakness in this election.
But health does improve over time, though. So,
Nigeria is a very complex country to how do I put it? To lead, and it's demand that you are hale and hearty. To take a lot from you.
Okay, now let's talk about. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to contribute.
Go ahead.
Okay, I think age is important.
Okay.
In a time like this, maybe in the past or in the future, it doesn't really matter. But right now, we are over 200 million people in Nigeria. Youths are like 70% of that number. How do you expect someone that doesn't understand what 70% of the population, how they speak, how they act, how they think, how do you want to do it? I don't know, but maybe it's possible. It's happening in other countries and they're doing it very well, yes, but in the one that we are in right now, I think the people, 70% of the population in a country wants people that can actually understand their future, where they're going, and champion the cause. As a leader, right? You're supposed to lead. So you want someone that can lead that number to lead the number. I think I'll just leave it there.
So let's talk about Peter Obi. And, a lot of the youth are behind Peter Obi. They are obedient, as they say. And I want to understand, right now, do we need hope? Or do we need hope and actually getting the job done? And can we look at Peter Obi's track record in Anambra State and see him and say, this is a man that can actually see Nigeria through? Or is this just a gamble?
Objectively, a lot of youth support him, want him. A few days ago, as like 2-3 days ago, I still saw flyers going around saying that his party, or the party in which he's running, is still looking for X thousand number of people to be party agents. This is the structure to which we refer. That on the day of election, INEC expects every contesting party to have their party agents at every polling unit in the country. I'm seeing days to the election that that party, Labour Party, is still looking for party agents. What the youth who are screaming Peter Obi need to understand is that after screaming, go take action, which is your question. Is it hope and action? Yes, go take action and volunteer to become a party agent. Else, INEC will not count prayer points. INEC will not count hope. INEC will count those who vote based on following the process of the election.
Yeah, and interestingly, every time I go online and I see the kind of support that he has from his people, especially when you go on Twitter, I don't know how he did it, but you dare not preach any other candidate on Twitter or else you collect, right?
Election box.
Exactly. So I don't know how he did it, but then when you now look at it, I myself, I know how much work I've done going into wards, going into different communities, meeting up with CDA chairmen and the likes. And I know how important it is to have ward chairmen across all wards in your constituency, because I'm running in a constituency in Ikorodu, right? And it's just one constituency. And I know how difficult it is for me to get a ward chairman, to get polling booth agents and all. And because those are the people that will actually canvass people to get you the votes that you need, right? It goes beyond media awareness, Twitter followers and the like. It's beyond that. So I still find it really, really challenging for him, because the structure across the entire is the only governor that cannot boast of, the only candidate that cannot boast of senatorial candidate across all of the senatorial seats. And yet we want to canvass enough vote to win an election, general election. So I don't know how he's going to do it, but it's going to be an interesting one to see.
But to your point, and to close this gabfest panel out, I think right now there's a need for people to reach across the aisle, because only one candidate, whether it's Peter Obi or whoever running, cannot just rely on their people. So if you want to go with the more established route or the more hopeful route, I think we need to see beyond just, oh, these are my people and that's that. Because the issues happening right now in the country are systemic issues, and they will persist. It won't take like one day to create this change. So I think, the conversation needs to keep on going, but we need to really extend our hands to say, my brother or my sister, what do we do? Whether it's me being in power or whether it's you as my neighbor. Thank you all for coming on our gabfest panel. We'll be right back.
This is the Tegan Show. Follow us on all social media platforms at Tegan Talk Show. Join the party and, of course, weigh in on the conversation. It's Tegan. This is where hustle meets personality.
What's up, everyone? We all know how difficult it has been in getting fuel in this country. So we are at the streets of Lagos right now, and from what you can see behind me, you can see a queue. You can see a queue behind me right now. It has been difficult for most Nigerians, a common man, to get fuel. So today I want to know what's going on, how much is the fuel price, and how difficult and how easy has it been to get fuel in Lagos State, Nigeria. So we're in the street of Lagos, and I'm with Mr.
Emmanuel.
Mr. Emmanuel seems to, you work here, right? So tell us, what's the current situation of fuel?
It's very bad because we selling fuel, we lose customer because of this price now.
How much are you selling now?
We are selling 280.
So is it the fault? Where is it from? Is it from you selling or the importation, the company that imports to you, or how do you do it?
From the company that imports it to us, because them, the price they are giving it to us is not the one that are giving to some filling station that they have their own depot.
So I want to get something. Why is it that NNPC, their prices are cheap and
because they have their own depot? Yes, but us, we don't have depot here. We do buy fuel from them, and them they give, because they are together, so they give them at the normal price, but us, they give us at higher price, so we can't sell it the rate that they are selling it.
I noticed you've been queuing up for quite some time for fuel. What's happening?
Yes, please. We are queuing for fuel scarcity in the country. So we are queuing at the boulevards because they have the affordable price. That's 185 naira.
185 naira. Wow. So others are selling like how much?
Some are selling 300, 350.
300.
Yes, 350 and the likes. So, but boulevards have been consistent all the years.
My name is Martin.
I noticed we have a queue here. What is it for?
It's for petrol.
So why everybody queuing up? Is it that this is the only filling station around?
Well, it seems like the only one available selling right at the moment.
How much are they selling?
They sell the normal pump price.
That's
185.
So what message do you have for an average Nigerian watching you right now?
Well, we just have to be patient in whatever is happening, be calm, and hoping for better things ahead.
With the current situation in Nigeria right now, one can't even tell if we are moving forward or backward. So today we're in the streets of Lagos. I want to find out how easy has it been for you to withdraw cash in the country. So let's go. Has it been easy for you to withdraw cash?
No, it's not been easy. It's not been easy.
Do you use POS or ATM?
POS.
Tell us, share your experience with us.
Then the charges have been very, very, very crazy.
Let's say if you want to withdraw like 10,000, how much is the charge?
Okay, I've not withdrawn 10,000. The last I did, I withdrew, that was, I think, 5,000, and I paid 500. I think that was fair enough from what I've heard.
So do you feel like what the POS agents are doing are justifiable?
Actually not fair. I wish Nigerians can have come together and agree. Once this whole money madness thing has subsided, those POS guys will mark their faces and will stop using them.
So you heard from her. All day, I swear. If you're a POS agent watching us right now, just know we are coming for you. Definitely. Oh, you have seen it now. Everywhere choke. From fuel scarcity to difficulties in withdrawing cash, your own money. We just pray for a better Nigeria. So if you're watching us right here, pray for a better Nigeria and make sure you get your PVC and vote for a credible candidate, the one that will better the country. Peace out.
This year na my health. I go make come. With the right information, I go make come. Knowledge with the okay, I go make come. I no go no get it. I no go soon lele. I no go no get it. Yeah, I go double my hustle. Iṣẹ́ ló gbin iṣẹ́ o, múra síṣẹ́. Iṣẹ́ ló gbin iṣẹ́ o, múra síṣẹ́. I go double my hustle. Front and back, I go hustle. I go double my hustle. Back and front, I go hustle.